If Silverwolf wasn't dead yet, Anaxa is pretty much the nail in the coffin. This man provides such insane damage and support, it's pretty safe to say he will be future-proof for a long time. So let's build him. We'll quickly cover his best Lightcones, Relics, Teamcomps, and Eidolon Value. Starting with Lightcones, his signature is best as usual, but thankfully he's a character that does not rely on it. The Great Cosmic Enterprise Lightcone at S5 performs pretty decently on Anaxa. It's clearly made for him and his weakness implant. Besides those two, Milky Way and Genius's Repose are always top tier, especially at S5. Then any other Lightcones fall off pretty hard. Shop Lightcone is okay, Breakfast is okay, even Cosmos works. For Anaxa's Relic Sets, there's a few options. Firstly, Scholar will be his general best in slot. Pioneer and Genius are pretty solid alternatives though. If you have better substats on those, then they will perform better. But also Eagle is pretty solid too, especially if you have his signature because he can ult a ton more and make full use of the set. Next to Planet Ornaments, Rudolent will be his best, and just behind that can be Glamoth, only at 135 speed, it's not worth going to 160. And then even Izumo works if you're using him with another Erudition unit. Moving on to main stats and substat goals to aim for, Anaxa wants the standard DPS build, crit rate or damage on the body. If you plan to hyper carry him, then crit rate, because he gains a ton of crit damage when he's the only Erudition on field, speed on the boots, wind damage on the orb, and attack percent on the rope, with substat priority being 134 speed or 1 off your advanced forward character, crit rate, crit damage, and as much attack as possible. Attack has a lot of value on him. Now for team comps. So Anaxa can either be hyper carried or used as a dual DPS. If you want to hyper carry him, then Sunday, Robin, Tribby, they're all top tier buffers. Pela and Ruan Mei are consistently good as well. For his sustains, Huohuo will be best because of her energy generation, it's massive for him. Then the rest of the sustains will work just fine. The best hyper carry comp currently is Anaxa, Sunday, Robin, Huohuo. Now for his dual DPS role, the sustains are the same, and his best DPS teammate is the Herda, because when he's paired with another Erudition unit, he does lose that 140% crit damage buff, but with the Herda, he gets 80% back from her team-wide buff. Besides her, I don't really suggest anyone else to dual DPS with, just put him with the Herda and use Robin and Huohuo. But finally, we're on to Eidolon Value. For starters, his signature is worth more than his S1, but let's see how good it is. When Anaxa skills, it doesn't use a skill point, and the enemies hit have their defense reduced by 16% for 2 turns, so it's a decent Eidolon, about a 10% damage increase, but nothing crazy. E2, when enemies enter battle, Anaxa's weakness implant talent triggers 1 time and reduces the enemy's ult type resistance by 20%. Another really solid DPS increase, especially when the E1 and E2 are combined. This is about a 20% damage increase over E1. Res Shred is always broken, and this is the point where Silverwolf literally has nothing over him now. E4 is actually surprisingly good for once. When Anaxa skills, it increases his attack by 30% for 2 turns, stacking twice for a maximum of 60% attack. Considering Anaxa really lacks attack, this Eidolon is amazing for his damage. It's about a 30% damage increase. Then E6 breaks him. Damage dealt is increased by 130%, and his A4 passive, which is this one, loses the conditions and just becomes permanent, both of the buffs, at all times. So not only can he have 140% crit damage and 50% damage increase at the same time, but he won't be punished for having another Erudition unit on the team. When Anaxa is at E6, he is almost 3 times stronger than his E0 equivalent. It's kind of funny how Anaxa almost completely removes the weakness mechanic of Star Rail, like one of the most pivotal parts of the game. These new version character kits are just getting out of hand.